The reason the rich stayed rich, he figured, was because they could afford starships that didn't break down every 5 jumps. Take hyperdrives, for example. His ship had a class 0.5 hyperdrive, but that thing was highly modified, held together with his shipmates' brute strength, duct tape, and sheer desperation. If he had real credits, he'd just buy a new hyperdrive instead of patching up an old one salvaged from a junkyard that was technically Imperial surplus. A rich Imperial moth, on the other hand, could buy a brand new CNR Systems hyperdrive for 100,000 credits that would last decades without so much as a hiccup. Meanwhile, an honest smuggler, or a dishonest one like him, could barely scrape together 20,000 credits for some used Corellian engineering disaster that needed a complete overhaul every few months. Over 10 years, the rich moth had spent only 100,000 credits and cruised across the galaxy in perfect comfort, never once getting stranded in the middle of deep space or having to reroute through some shady outer rim backwater where everyone wanted to kill you. Meanwhile, the poor smuggler had spent triple that on patchwork repairs, bribes to mechanics, and at least 3 desperate missions to steal replacement parts from some hapless TIE fighter. And despite all that, his ship still barely passed muster with Lando, much less the Rebel Alliance. This was his hyperdrive theory of starship inequality. And it was why, no matter how fast the ship was, the Empire always seemed to have nicer ships.